What's going on, anime fans? Johnny Tsunami back to bring you guys another one, and today we're doing something a little different. We're going to go over the latest color spread in the most recent chapter of One Piece, chapter 1188. I don't think there's any spoilers in this. Actually, there is. If you're not caught, I'm just gonna do it like this. If you're not caught up to Elbaf manga, or if you're just not caught up in the manga, please just go away. I'm not talking about the recent chapter, but I will just be discussing like one or two things that happened in 1186. All right, so skedaddle, please. Now that hopefully all of them are gone, we're going to talk about the color spread, because this was one of my favorite color spreads, but at the same time, I just never got the theories. I was always too late, and now that I'm kind of in it here, I want to discuss some of the ones, because first off, the obvious one, you have Sanji, racing for the crown. If you're caught up, which you should be if you've made it to this part of the video, you'll know that Scopper Gaban was just like, hey man, you definitely have some qualities, and you could have Conqueror's Haki if you just get the hell out of your own way. That is his worst enemy. Is Sanji's worst enemy is himself. And I feel like they're going to do something like they did in Naruto, where to become friends with Kurama, Naruto had to battle the inner feelings and whatnot. And I think they're going to do that with Sanji. And I just think it's funny, because Sanji's original name, before it became Sanji, was going to be Naruto. And I just think that would be funny. And then you'd get all the Naruto glazers be like, oh, he's copying us. They're always copying us. That's just them pretty much all the time. And I just think it's really funny that you see Sanji going to get the crown himself, and they're underwater. But because he wants something so badly, he's almost self-sabotaging himself, because since they're underwater, he can't breathe underwater. He's got an air tank right there, and he's opening his mouth and letting air out. So right there, we have a good thing of him getting in his own way. I actually just thought of that as I was sitting here. I was like, oh, it's I feel like I'm teching 101 or something, dude, or Psy coming up with these theories, dude. I always have theories, and I just never do anything with them. I never post them or talk about them, because I'm that doesn't make any fucking sense. And then Psy or teching or oh my god, it was the Ohara's. I can't remember the Ohara guy, but they'll have that theory, and I'm like, dang it, I had that exact same theory. Shoot. But it's whatever. So we got that part of Sanji self-sabotaging himself right there. The next one I want to talk about, we have Nami cozying up to King Turtle, or King Crush, because this turtle just looks like Crush from Finding Nemo grown up. So his name's going to be King Crush. Now obviously there is the, Nami royalty, greedy, cat burglar, Vivi, as well as Fishman Island. She was about to get a ton of money there until Luffy gave it to Tamago and Peckham's. And with Alabasta, she's she was immediately trying to get paid. And then what was the other? Oh, even in Zoe, when they were going to Wano, dude, and like Momonosuke wanted them to help them, but he couldn't ask for help yet. And then you got Nami being like, hold on, Luffy, like, there's something we have to talk about first. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, oh, dude, like, Nami's being, like, the voice of reason. Like, they've got a bunch, like, they need Sanji. They have this. They can't go to Wano immediately. And then she lifts her head up, and it's just her eyes with berry symbols again. Like, Mr. Krabs, dude. Oh, my God. Out of all the female characters, Nami might be, like, top 3 for me. Actually, Nami and Robin, because I feel like you can't have them separate. They're both just so badass and cool and integral to the story, and incredibly important to the crew, too, no less. I mean, Nami just showed how important she is when they were in Elbaf in the anime, dude. Like, in one of the last episodes, where like, they're going off to see Loki, and Zoro and Luffy are walking off, and Nami's like, hello? Do you guys know where the key is? Do you know where Loki is? Do you have any idea if he's telling the truth? And then Zoro's just standing there back to him, and you know Zoro's face was just like, so yeah, got a little off topic there. Just realized that. So yeah, obviously it could be, you know, Nami hugging up to the king turtle, who could be like an older turtle, and they're like, Nami's like, obviously very curvaceous, and she uses her feminine wiles all the time to get like what she wants. Fantastic too. I love how just like, how she knows she is just that beautiful, and is like, I'm gonna rob these motherfuckers blind. God, Nami is great. But then there's also the theory that Nami is from a royal kingdom. You know, being like her whole past, like she's found in a storm by Bellemere with Nojiko, and I think Nojiko was crying, but Nami was just like, storm! Like, she was completely fine in all of it, dude. So, I'm hopeful. I'm really hoping we're going to get some cool stuff from that, because Nami's awesome. And then we're going to discuss this one in the corner back here. Yeah. Don't think you can hide from me, Jim. So, if you've watched all of One Piece, you obviously remember that when Jinbei, Luffy, you know, all the other people are leaving Impel Down, Jinbei was able to call an army of whale sharks, okay? Because he is a whale shark fishman. But even Crocodile was surprised, dude. Crocodile was like, I thought mermaids were the only ones. And then Jinbei's like, do you think it's so weird, fishman, to have fish for friends? Like, Jinbei, you know that's not the weird part. How did you call them? That's what we want to know, dude. Do you have some powers? That's what this whole thing is making me think right here, you know? Like, maybe he's friendly with, like, the sharks, and he's friendly with the whale sharks, and, like, in the final war or something in One Piece, they're gonna be used for something like that, like, either to carry people off, because the sharks here are, like, very much, like, and Jimmy's like, at ease, it's all good, like, I don't need you guys just yet, but maybe you could tell Frank down there to stop chasing Usopp. You know, Frank's got some problems, though, so... All right, we got 2 more things of the video before we get to the one theory. Now, the next one we're going to talk about are Robin in a crab. Hey Robin, you remember Thriller Bark where Frankie was like, docking is incomplete. I don't have my, like, it was his, I don't know if it was his left or right arm. He didn't have an arm or something. And then Robin was like, no, I refuse to do that. It's so embarrassing. And then that just, that just crushed Usopp, Frankie, and I think Chopper. So, yeah. But now, Robin and Frankie in a mechanized, like, cyborg crab? And Robin and Frankie especially are in a very, like, that is a full-blown Megazord, like, layout right there. Or, like, oh my gosh, dude, what's the, in Dexter's Laboratory when, like, the giant axe-faced monster is rampaging through town and they all combine their vehicles. That's how it's set up there. Like, you got one person controlling the legs. Frankie's right there. And then you got Robin up at the head of everything. Naturally. She's the brains. Alright? I'm just saying, dude. So, I don't really have, like, a theory for, like, what they mean there, but for me, when I see this, at the end of, like, the final battle and everything, all right, when who's fighting who, I've had this theory for a while that, not this specific theory, but at some point, to make Chopper a better fighter, Frankie is going to make him some type of, like, armored suit. Maybe, like, the General Frankie will have, like, a Monster Point edition that can, like, seemingly wrap around Chopper as battle armor or something. Because remember, Frankie's using Wapple Metal. And Wapple Metal is very, I'm pretty sure it's flexible. I could be wrong, alright? I'm not, like, this is kind of why I don't do theories either. Because I don't take the time to, like, go back and check some of the things if I'm, like, 85% sure. And I'm honestly, like, 90% sure that Wapple Metal is, like, flexible, because it is a brand new metal. And I'm pretty sure Frankie's made out of that stuff, too. So you can clearly see that, like, it does bend and give, you know, when, like, it's flexible when it needs to be. But with that being said, I really do believe, like, at some point, Chopper is going to get, like, a fighting battle, like a Battle Frankie suit to make him even stronger in his Monster Point. Or, better yet, because Robin has Demonio Fleur, and she also has her gigantic one. I can't remember what that one's called. Or, dude, like, she makes gigantic legs and gigantic hands. Imagine if, like, Frankie makes like a battle gauntlet for her to go on both hands, and, like, some like metal shoes, like, and leg guards for stomp, so she has, like, extra destructive capabilities. Or, dude, it would be even cooler if, like on her gauntlets, like Iron Man, dude, because she has the Fishman Karate. What if, like, Frankie builds one where the moisture in the air that Robin is gathering for Fishman Karate, he's able to put that into, like, a pulsar or something that fires off, like, extreme... Because imagine this. Imagine Robin has, like, Gigantis Romano... I don't remember if that's her legs or her feet, but when she makes her gigantic limbs, imagine a gigantic, like, Robin's hand with, like, a Tony Stark, like, pulsar on it, dude. Just firing off, like, concentrated beams of Fishman Karate energy, or, like, the moisture in the air. Dude, I'm sure Frankie's gonna design some sort of, like, battle suit for Robin. And also, Robin, she can't say that it's too embarrassing, okay? I saw you and how much you were acting in Wano and everything, and how you were like, yeah, we should better, ha ha! Robin, you were a goofball. Just admit it already, please. This next one, I don't really know much, like, with like, the Usopp stuff. This, I don't really feel comfortable with this one because of all the people saying, like, oh, Usopp needs to die, or, like, a crew member needs to die. They believe it's going to be Usopp or Robin. Like, I don't want that. I really don't want that, all right? I do not want that in the slightest. I don't know about this, like, I don't know about this shark one with Usopp, honestly. I really don't have a good one. I don't know. I guess, I don't know if he's lied or something and be like, yeah, I'm actually, like, the fastest swimmer in the world. Like, all right, maybe this is it. He's out swimming a shark. Like, that's pretty damn impressive, dude. But yeah, like, I'm trying to figure out one. Like, I mean, you have, like, the shark, you have, like, the Vegapunk shark that almost ate them, and Usopp was, like, the first one to notice, so I don't know. I really don't have one for Usopp here, and I was, like, racking my brain all day trying to think of one. I can't, and I'm a little disappointed about it, too. All right, well, I mean, that being said, we'll just move on to, our final one here, where you have, you've got King Turtle, and then on his back, you have the future Pirate King, all right? You have the King of Hell, okay? You have the Soul King, all right? And then you have Chopper. I don't know about that one. What, like, if you had Sanji in there, I could, like, oh, okay, so, like, oh, I get it, Sanji, he's gonna have Conqueror's Haki, Kingly Ambition, whatnot. Okay. I don't know about this one, dude. I'm like, this is another one I'm racking my brain. The only thing I can think of is, like, because in like the manga that we've seen so far, like, Chopper does hit a Domi Reversi person, and they change, like, immediately. Like, the devil leaves them. So, dude, I don't know, man. This is pushing, like, the Chopper might have, like, a mythical human fruit or something, too. Like, dude, because, like, he wants to solve cure all diseases. So, like, maybe that could be, like, king of medicine? Or, like, king of life or something? I don't know, man. Like, that's where I'm, like, the Chopper news, like, Chopper, it's not the same as Usopp, because, I couldn't think of anything. I'm trying to figure out with this one, like, what does Chopper have that would make him, because you have Pirate King with Luffy, and then you have King of Hell with Zoro, and then you have Soul King Brook. All of them either have king in their name or something driving them to be the king of something. So honestly, I'm thinking for Chopper, it's his, like, medicine thing, and he's gonna, like, cure all medicine and be, like, the king of medicine, or, like, the king of life or something, or I don't know, like, the healing king, or something wild, dude. Like, I don't know, maybe, like, I wonder if, like, in Algonquin or, like, some type of Native American lore, reindeers represent, like, healing or, like, pure, or, like, purification of something. I don't know. I'm really excited to see what Oda ends up doing with Chopper, because Little Man needs to get, a big boost, all right? The wanted poster gag is still funny, but I really want to see him, like, pop off. Was that it? I think that was it. So now we are going to get to the theories from 1186 or Brook's backstory. Okay, we're gonna go over, like, the last page that we saw of his backstory when he went to go see Big Bro. Okay, now for the theory part of the video. So, in Brook's backstory, at the very end, before Shuri, like, stabs him in the skull and everything, we see Brook get to the get to the castle, whatever room they're in, I can't remember, and to see that Mars is there with Emu, some random guy with heterochromia like Shuri, as well as Shuri and I can't remember the king's name, but he's there dead. And they started talking about eyes and whatnot, and how like Shuri has those eyes, but how the striped socks, goofy looking guy also has heterochromia eyes, but he wasn't able to awaken them. And that was strange. And obviously because it's black and white, you know, the eyes, one is dark and one is light. But so I've been seeing people be like, maybe that's like, you know, that'll be like like Orochimaru or something, like that's her perfect vessel. Or like if you have heterochromia eyes like that and you awaken them, you become like the perfect vessel for Mu. Because I'm pretty sure it was Brody that said it. Maybe if you have those eyes, you're like the perfect vessel, because you see when when Saturn gets taken over, Emu is like on top of him. And then you see when Mars gets taken over, Emu is like popping through him there too, like on top of him. So like that part was Brody's. Mine, I was thinking though, because he Domi reverses like so many people and whatnot, what if like the people that get Domi, like what if that's got something to do with it? Because in Reversi, you're taking like your white pieces, surrounding them, and then flipping them to black. But, you know, it could be like you have like light versus dark. The same thing gets represented with blue and red, which is what Princess Shuri's eyes are. Because like in Yu Yu Hakusho, the demons, evil, have red energy. Their demonic energy is shown as red. The spirit detectives have blue for spiritual energy, or like awakened people. Dude, I'm thinking like maybe it's like a Domi Reversi thing where like if you have those eyes and like you've awakened those eyes and everything, you can then if you get like Domi Reversi'd, you're like, you don't have any of the effects. Like you don't like what Rox and Dory and Brogy and all them went through. Like you don't have to deal with all that. Like you get like all those boosts of being like Imu's blade and whatnot, but without all the drawbacks. Like when Rox did it, he was insane, he was massive, he was huge, he was incredibly powerful, but he was going wild too, attacking everyone. What if you have those heterochromia eyes, you get Domi Reversi'd, or like Emu takes you over, and you don't lose control. You stay clear-headed. You get all... It's like going like when Infernape, you know, his blaze would activate. He'd lose his mind until he got strong enough to be able to control it. And then you see him controlling it, it's like, oh my God, he's a monster. He's insane. That's what I think it could be, dude. I don't know. I'm really enjoying One Piece lately, man. This has been so freaking good. But yeah, that's it for me. This was actually a lot longer of a video than I expected it to be. I hope you guys enjoy. please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my TikTok as well. Johnny Tsunami 1994. All right. Peace.